Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. The topic for my speech is behind the shelves, what really happens in a library. Let me ask you something real quick. When you hear the word library, what pops in your mind? Be honest, it's just books, silence, and what librarians always says, shh. Well, I'm here to tell you, you are not totally wrong. But there's a lot more going on behind the shelves than most people realize. So today, I want to give you a sneak peek into what really happens in a library and why the library staff don't just chill in silence all day. What you see versus what really happening. First thing first, my name is NASRUL. I've been working in the library world for over 15 years. Right now, I'm based at UiTM Cawangan, Pulau Pinang. So yeah, I shelve books. But I've also developed library systems and websites. I help students in crisis during final exam weeks and even maintain a lot of other library systems and hardware like security gates and computers in computer labs. So yeah, we are not just stamping books. About library staff duties, let's start with the basics. Yes, we do shelve books, but that's like only 10% of what really happening. Behind the scenes, we do cataloging. That means entering every book data into a system using something called MARC, which stands for Machine Readable Catalog. Sounds boring, but it's essential. Without proper cataloging, the books won't show up in the online system called Open. Next, we handle circulation. That's the part where students borrow and return items. It's more like than just scanning the barcode. We have to track due dates, deal with overdue books, manage user accounts. Sometimes students come in with fines because of late returning borrowed books and give us a sad face, hoping we'll waive the penalty. Spoiler, don't tell anyone. You can't do anything about it. Just pay the fines. Another big task is helping students and lecturers find the right reference materials. Like when someone's walk in and asking for books on Islamic finance, but not too hard. We have to think fast, search through the database, checking subjects, and finding something that matches their level. All of this while also managing the actual shelves, making sure books are in order using the Library of Congress classification system. You know, the alphanumeric on the book spines. It's called the call number. That system is not just for fun. It keeps the whole library organized. How technology powers the library. Now, let's talk about tech. Libraries today are super reliant on digital systems. At UiTM libraries, we use something called Permata Library Management System. And the front-end interface is Permata Search. This is where students go to find books, theses, journals, and even digital resources. Everything is tracked digitally, from the moment the book is acquired to when the book is borrowed, returned, or marked as lost. We use barcode scanners, RFID tags, and automated systems that can even send email reminder when books are overdue. In fact, the library staff personally built some of our internal systems like iClan, which automatically starts and shuts down the computer lab in our library, and Era Searcher, Era, E-R-A, Era Searcher. Okay. An Era Searcher which filters era journals for researchers. We also face tech issues, slow servers, system downtime, or students say, "Abang, tak boleh login lah." Sometimes it just they forgot the password. Librarians do way more than people think. Beyond the books, people often assume librarians are introverts who live in silence. Not really. We run information literacy classes, help new students navigate the academic database, and support lecturers during assignment season. During exam weeks, our counters get flooded with questions like, where can I print past year papers? How do I cite this source in APA? Can I eat Maggie cup in the reading area? The answer is still no. We also organize exhibitions, workshops, and online info sessions. Libraries today are community hubs, not just storage rooms. Some librarians even run their own side project. Why libraries still matters today? Some people ask, why do we even need libraries when we've got Google? Let me tell you something. Google gives you information. The library helps you understand that information. Let me give you an example. A student once came to me and said, "Bang, saya nak buat assignment pasal climate change. Tapi semua benda kat Google macam tak boleh pakai." I asked him, "Did you check the online databases in Permata Search?" He looked at me blankly. "Apa tu?" We sat down. I showed him how to filter for peer-reviewed articles. Within 5 minutes, we have 3 journal articles with proper citations. Boom, problem solved. Library teach you how to filter, verify, and apply information. That's not something you can always learn from a YouTube video. Also, let's be real. Not everyone has access to a stable internet at home. For some students, especially those in rural areas, the library is the only one place with free Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and quiet spot to study without interference. We had students stay from morning till closing, charging their laptops, printing notes, asking questions. Some even fall asleep at their desk. We just let them rest, unless they snore too loudly. Let's pause for a second. How many of you have actually borrowed a book from the library this semester? Don't worry, I'm not judging. Sometimes people don't borrow physical books anymore, but they forget we have online books too. Permata Search have thousands of ebooks and academic journals. We've got databases like Emerald, ProQuest, EBSCO, you name it. And best of all, they are free for your ATM students. It's like having access to 20,000 ringgit worth of reading material. And most students never touch it. Problems we face working in a library. Working in a library isn't always smooth sailing either. Sometimes we face broken barcode scanner during peak hours, books written soaking wet from someone's leaking water bottle, students hiding books behind shelves so no one else can borrow them. Yes, we know your tricks. And once this actually happened, I found a Maggie cup inside a book return box. I wish I was joking. But the biggest challenge, people don't see the value of libraries anymore. They think it's old school, outdated, boring. But here's the thing. The library evolves with time. We adapt, we digitize, we train ourselves in tech, and we are still here. Not because we stuck in the past, but because we support the future. Let me end with this. I started as a technician, then I became a librarian. I learned how to build system libraries to make libraries stay organized. And through all, the library has always been part of my journey. Not just as a place, but as a symbol of growth, knowledge, and purpose. Conclusion. What you see versus what really there. So let's go back to your first stop. A library isn't just a place for books. And librarians, we are not just people who like to read. We are system managers, information guides, digital navigators, and sometimes emotional support during assignment week. Next time you walk into a library, take a moment to appreciate what's happening behind the shelves. Ask a librarian what they do. You will probably hear stories you didn't expect. Because while their library may be quiet on the outside, it's loud with work inside. That's all from me. Thank you.